a big bank.
It's too big. Go get that money.
Everybody get on the ground! Woo!
You hear about these bank robberies?
I may have one hunt left in me. These boys know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to raise a certain amount, that's my guess. Y'all been here for a while?
Long enough to watch a bank getting robbed has been robbing me for 30 years.
Those banks loaned the least they could so they could swipe your mama's land. They took everything from your family.
Let's go! Run! Run!
Hell or High Water, directed by David Mackenzie, written by Taylor Sheridan, and starring Chris Pine, Ben Foster, Jeff Bridges, and some other guys I don't quite know, but were very good in it.
Yeah, very good.
This movie was great.
Awesome.
I was like on the edge of my seat.
From the first scene.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome. So good.
End of review.
I don't want to give away. First scene's a bank robbery, and it's a good bank robbery.
Yeah.
It's not your typical movie bank robbery.
It's one where it's just like guys who don't quite know what they're doing. They're just kind of going in blind and seeing if they can grab as much cash as they can from these really, I guess, kind of under the, lower class sort of like teller banks and such. And just, when you learn about why they're trying to make all this money, well, you learn some things why. Well, you don't quite know why Ben Foster wants all this money really, except for maybe just for the thrill of it. But you learn that Chris Pine's character, they're both brothers. He's trying to make enough for his ex-wife and his two kids, so they can go off to college and they can have enough, mortgage and rent money and fix the ranch they've set out for themselves. So that's basically their motivation. And then you've got Jeff Bridges and
his partner,
his Comanche partner, I guess. His deputy, yeah. And it's a bit of a chase. Bit of a slow drama, and you just get to know these characters more and more, and you kind of feel it's a film where no one's really a bad. You kind of love everybody in this. It's like it's
I think Jeff Bridges and his partner, his Comanche partner, probably my favorite dynamic duo.
They're so good in
season.
this.
They're amazing.
Yeah,
they're just two guys that you can tell have been working together for a while, and Jeff Bridges just loves to tease him.
Yeah.
And his partner Alberto just takes it, but they're just friends, you can tell.
Exactly. They've worked together for a while, and he's, Jeff Bridges is kind of old, seasoned at this point. He's about to retire at this point, so this is probably his last big, case, and then it's a big one. I mean, he picked the right one, I guess, if you wanted it.
Yeah.
And the film is, from there, it's just full of surprises. It's full of a lot of regret. It's full of a lot of just touching moments, serious moments, funny moments, and you kind of see where things kind of derail, or where things, in some ways, find a light at the end of the tunnel. But it's a fun sit, and it's a rough
lot of fun. The dialogue in the movie is so real. It just, these guys talk like brothers.
Yeah.
The Rangers talk like buddy cop Rangers. Good shots.
It's
beautiful
really
landscape.
There's a lot of good framing in this, and you can kind of tell it's a bit of a low budget, but it gets a lot done in one shot, but I think does so well. And there's just a lot of moments of just silence and just enjoying the breeze, the birds chirping, the bugs buzzing around. It all real, very raw, and I think that just added a nice flavor to what I love about most westerns, like films like The Proposition, No Country for Old Men. I think it's all kind of got that same kind of.
Yeah, it's got a little bit Western feel.
Yeah.
Because they are cowboys.
Exactly, yeah.
There are some cows in this movie.
There are some cows. There are people herding some cows. There's
horses.
And
there's a guy who has his horse tied up outside the gas station.
Yes. It's just like... It's a nice perspective into the economy in certain states, Texas, Oklahoma, just how the system is, I guess, in other areas, how banks work, how you get a sense of the different classes, the different kinds of people, which I think is kind of cool because you could probably like pinpoint different movies within this movie as well.
Oh yeah,
the whole bit with the cops at that one restaurant and the grumpy old lady that only serves T-bone steaks and iced tea.
Yeah, and then your choice of baked potato, corn or green beans. Which spoiler, they decided not to go with green beans. Like,
yeah,
total low blow, man. We love green beans.
Yeah, it's like no,
choose the green beans.
Yeah. She specifically comes in telling them like, what do you not want?
Yeah,
because you're not gonna get it. I think it's great how so many of these different environments kind of breathe a lot of life and are just kind of characters of themselves. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Tense in a lot of places, like you said. Funny. It's such a real movie.
It is, yeah. And it's one of the few films I've seen in theaters this year where I was just hooked the whole time. Like I wasn't like distracted at all. I was really into it.
It could have gone on for another hour.
I would have been fine. Yeah. It ends on a note where I was like, I want more.
Yeah.
It really does.
It doesn't feel long.
No. It goes at a nice pace. It's really well paced. Mm-hmm. And a great soundtrack by Nick Cave.
A lot of good song choices.
Yeah, and only used like sparingly too. It's like this is not a soundtrack heavy film at all. Most of it's pretty lacking, but that's what helps actually. The songs when they come in, it comes in at the right moments. Mm-hmm. It's like pulls you in. It's good.
Yeah, really good.
These boys, they aren't done yet.
You want to get us killed? Huh?
Oh yeah, it'll probably be at theaters pretty soon, so check it out. But
yeah.
It might come back for theaters for Oscar season. I could see this getting nominated for some stuff.
I hope I can see it getting nominated for cinematography probably.
Yeah.
And writing.
Writing.
Yeah. I was gonna add because I told you earlier this is one of the best Chris Pine performances ever, and I've always thought he was a good performer. But this is the one where I was like, wow, this guy's really good at playing these serious roles.
Chops.
Yeah.
And Jeff Bridges is just so good in these types of roles.
Yeah.
Kind of reminiscent of something like from True Grit.
I bow out and wash my hands.
He's getting old, but that gargly kind of way in how he talks, it's full blown in here, but it works with his character.
Really good.
Yeah, you can. I'm sure they all had a blast making this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like everyone had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I was having that good time.
Yeah. Well, that's our little discussion of hell or high water, heaven or low water, whatever you want to call it.